What's up, Heat Seekers? I am Joe Otis from joe'slit.com, and welcome to tonight's edition of LitPicks. It is Week 15 in the NFL, and your boy, Joe, got my win last week, beating Mike in Week 14. I edged him out on Monday night with the Baltimore Ravens holding on to beat the Cleveland Browns on Monday Night Football. Thank you, Lamar Jackson and company, for getting that victory for me. Mike still has the lead, though, in the season, though. He has that 1 week lead, and I'm about to bring him in right now. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my co-host, the one, the only, Mike Costello. Mike, how you doing?
Doing well, Joe. It was for fantasy implications for me, too. That Monday night game was unbelievable, and I knew going into it, banking on the Browns, I was pretty confident in that game, and, pulled it out. So kudos. And I'll be singing that song coming up soon.
And Mike, we're finally at one point we're going to have to sing that duet. I'm sorry, guys. I'm working on some pretty big stuff here. I'll get that up for you. I got some lit eats coming out for you. I have my brother Bill filming me last Sunday. I got 4 episodes about to go in the can for you guys, and we'll get on that. Sorry about the late start this evening. I had to get my beverage here. Got my Pink Whitney with some seltzer water. What do you got there, Mike?
Water. I'm a water man. Water boy.
Let's see what the fans have to say. Oh, yeah. Do you belong to the MLB Hat of the Month?
I mentioned that actually before we started the show, because he always has a different one.
Maybe cookies from Ben here for you. Bad news, though.
He's been texting me about them. Yeah, you slob. Get those cookies every Christmas.
All right, guys, we are now ready to get this thing started. We are here. It's almost over for the season. We are here in Week 15. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope. Let's go back to the scoring, folks. It is pick that underdog, 3.5 points and up, you get 4 points. Pick the underdog, 3.5 points and less, you get 3 points. The spread is 2 points. The over-under is 2 points, and the favorite is 1 point. Mike, you got anything to add for this week? Anything you're looking for?
What do you mean?
What are big storylines in the games this week? What do you think that?
There's a couple, I guess. What was it? Dallas San Fran. There was the heated rivalry there. I don't know. I think it's going to be an interesting week. I love that it's Saturday too, so it's nice that we get a little. I think there's 3 games tomorrow. Is that it?
Yeah.
And a Monday night game, or there's no Monday night game now?
There is a Monday night game, but there's two. There's 2 games tomorrow, and then it's Monday night is normal.
Okay, so that's good. So we got nice 3 days of football, and we had a Thursday night. That makes me happy.
But everybody wants to know, though, do you think that Lamar Jackson had to go to the bathroom during the game, or was that really a cramp?
No, he was probably cramped. Dude, he was rung all over the place because I was playing against him in fantasy, so I'm sure he was probably cramping. But he looked good throwing that 60-yard touchdown at the end of the game. So
Yeah, man. If you can throw that well with a cramp, I really wish I had cramps more often. Leg cramps.
It was a long pass in this season he's had. I don't even know.
Oh, gosh. All right, folks. We are ready to get things started.
Listen, I've never had to go to the bathroom, and I've played a lot of football games in my career, and I've never had to go to the bathroom during a game.
Really? That's some news.
Yeah.
I probably would have had to. Let's see what this guy has to say. Rocker's up 14-7. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I took them to cover.
Huh, nice. All right, so our first game is the Buffalo Bills at the Denver Broncos. So heading into this game, I think that the Broncos right now, I saw that Melvin Gordon was questionable. They look like they are, they played pretty tough a couple weeks back on Sunday Night Football against the Kansas City Chiefs. They couldn't pull the win out. They were victorious last week, though. And I like the Bills beating the Steelers. They're looking like they are a team that wants to win. So I think the Bills are going to cover. They can really send a message out to other teams in the NFL, in the AFC. I think they're going to cover the 5 points, and I think they're going to go into the Mile High City and get things done. What do you think?
So this is the tough game here. Everybody, the Bills are hot. They're playing well. There's no question about that. I think if they win this game, they clinch. There's no question about that one. But this is a game where I've pegged it I know Pat strongly disagreed with me, but Broncos cover here. The issue that I am having though is I was torn with this. I went with the Broncos. They're a solid team. They seem to play. Melvin Gordon's going to play. I took them last week. They helped me out. I believe they did. Yeah, Denver won on the money line, which I said. But this is a tough game because the Broncos just got dealt. I think 2 corners are now out again. They're down to I don't even know who they're down to. They might be down to their number 6 and number 7. So that does scare me a little bit. I think that Stephon Diggs will have a big game, but I think that Denver's going to cover this game. They play every game tough. They play them tight. They're going to play them tough. The defense is still really good. So I'm taking the Broncos here plus the 5.
All right. Bob thinks it's going to be a trap game for the Bills. Denver will cover.
It is. I mean, you think about the huge games that the Bills have just done, you know what I'm saying? And now they're going to go into Mile High, remember. They're going into Denver. This is a different place to play. It's going to be tough.
Bill's got the new picture up saying Denver is good at home. And he says, I think they need points. He's got the mistletoe in the back. What are you looking at, Mike? You like that?
I was looking at this picture. I was trying to see what it was. I don't know.
It's a freaking mistletoe.
My eyes are going bad.
The second game on Saturday, we have the Carolina Panthers at the Green Bay Packers. I think that this game is what many people may think could be a trap game for the Panthers, so to speak. I'm sorry, the Packers, so to speak, having the Panthers come to town. But I think the Packers are going to cover easily. I'm taking them -8. I like the favorites this week for some reason, and you'll see I take a lot of them. But I think the Packers are going to make easy work of the Panthers at home, at Lambeau Field with a afternoon into early evening matchup against the Panthers. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, this was a tough. I definitely think the Packers are going to win this one. But I don't know. Carolina's been playing so tough lately. And, last week I wasn't on them because with all the injuries and everything like that. And I think I was on the right side of things. This week, I do think that they battle back. I think that they're going to battle back. I think this is going to be like a 34-28, 34-24, 30, something like that. So it can go either way, whether they cover the 8 or they know. And that's why I didn't want to touch this. But I'm thinking the over here. I think Carolina, DJ Moore's back. I think Carolina puts up 20-some points. I think Green Bay puts up 30 points, which means 51.5. I'll take the over here and take that easily.
Tim wants to know if it's his Tinder profile. He says he doesn't have Tinder. And it looks like Pat agrees with me, the pack roll here. Bob hates his line, thinks that something crazy could be happening with that. All right, on to the next game. It is the Seattle Seahawks at the Washington football team. I think that this is a game that the football team, I think that they're going to be like the anti-Giants. I think that they're going to be playing the Seahawks, and the Giants took it with Colt McCoy, beat the Seahawks in Seattle. This game takes place at the football team stadium at FedEx Field, and I think the Seahawks are going to get that offense back. I think they're going to just shove it down their football team's throat. We're going to knock them back a little bit. The Seahawks are going to take this one -6.5 and cover the spread. What do you think?
So I'm torn with this game because the one thing that I will say this is if there's anything that you want to do, and you guys can listen to me because I've been pretty good with this, and I know I tout myself with it. I've been good with this. Take Seattle in the first half. I think they're at -3.5. Take them in the first half. It's -3.5 because Washington is an extremely slow started team. That's one thing for sure. If you look at their games, they bounce back in the second half. In the first half, they don't seem to get it together. I don't know who's starting a quarterback here, and that's why I didn't really want to touch this game. So my safest play here is I'm taking the under. Both teams are going to run the ball. I think Seattle's going to run the ball. Wilson's been making mistakes. He hasn't looked great lately. Washington's defense is pretty good. They're going to go after the quarterback. I think Seattle's going to try and slow him down. Washington's going to run the ball. I'm worried if Haskins plays, there's going to be turnovers that are going to kind of take play. But I'm going to go here with the under and take it at 43.5 because I just don't know the quarterback situation with Washington. If Alex Smith plays, then it's, I like Washington. If Haskins plays, then I like Seattle. So I'm going safe here and going with the under. But the first half, take Seattle.
He says Seattle leads this game. They win with a field goal late. Haskins started. All I need to see was that. Says take Seattle, and Bill agrees. He says Haskins at quarterback. Smith is not practicing. Bob says the O-line is awful, though. Skins will dominate up front. That's true. I think I can see Chase Young having a big game, just destroying them.
That's why I'm taking the under.
That very much could happen, but I just really, really, in my heart, I see the Seahawks pulling this one out, and I think they can win. They cover it by 1 touchdown. So next game is the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Baltimore Ravens. It's a very, very huge spread here. So I'm not going to put minus 13 on the Ravens. I don't think the Jaguars are that good of a team even to cover the spread. I'm just going to take the over on this one, 48. I can see this one going like 30, 35 to 20 with the Ravens winning. I'm not 100% confident they can cover that. I think it could go like 30, 20, something like that. So I can see the Ravens running all over the Jaguars in this one, but I'm going with the over. What do you think?
Yeah, Baltimore. I mean, Baltimore's still kind of banged up with the COVID thing. So I mean, their defense did not look very good. So this was a tough one for me too. But Jacksonville getting 13 points. This is a team. They have 1 win, but they play every game tough. Minshew back. I'm going with the Minshew mania. You know, I'm a fan. You know, I think DJ Chark's going to have a big game. So I'm coming in here. I'm going to take the 13 points. I think that's a lot. I don't think Baltimore is going to have the firepower to kind of just blow this team away. And I think the Jags are going to hang tough here. And 13 points, I'll take it.
All right. Air Seattle just hired the great Kevin O'Shea from Urbana.
He'll thank me tomorrow.
Run. Cause you take the Jags cover every week.
And they do.
Like Producer Barber Beefcake in 89 over. I like that one. Nice wrestling comment on that one. All right, on to the next game. We have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Atlanta Falcons. This one it's a divisional matchup, so these matchups never really go the way you want it. So like you want to take the Buccaneers to cover the spread on this one because they're a much better team than the Falcons are. The Falcons with an interim head coach, but it never always seems to go that way. That's why I'm just going to go with the over on this one. I think both these teams have potent offenses, and I can see the over happening here because 48.5 isn't a lot of points. I mean, it could be like a 30, like I said, another 30 to 24 game, something like that, where it's a close game, but it's a high scoring game. What do you think?
Yeah, this is tough for me because the Bucs defense, I think they're kind of overrated. I wasn't impressed with them last week at all. And they really got lucky that the field goal kicker missed 3 or 4 field goals or something like that. And they probably should have lost that game. It turned out to be like a 12 or 13 point game, but I don't know. I'm just going to ride strong here, and I'm going to go with the Bucs here. I think the Falcons are they're on the wrong end of the ship right now. Julio's not playing. I think that's huge. If Julio played, I think I would be leaning towards the Falcons here. But with Julio out, I think I'm going to take the Bucs here. I think they're just going to have too much firepower, and even with Ronald Jones out, I think this was. So I'm going with the Bucs here.
So Ronald Jones is out in the game.
He's out.
Wow. So who's going to start? Is it McCoy or Fournette?
Fournette.
Oh, really? Huh. That over-under seems low. Why? What do you think?
For the why I lost track of the game because it's an in-division rival game. I don't think it's going to be a very high-scoring game. I mean, if you look at it, the Bucs haven't really put up that many points. Their offense hasn't been that dominant. If you really look at it. You know, and the defense for the Bucs is good. I think it's kind of almost in line there.
Okay. All right. The next game is the Houston Texans at the Indianapolis Colts. Now, this is a divisional matchup again. And I mean, the Colts, they always lay stinker every so often here. So the Texans, I think that they could have played better last week, but they didn't. So I think 7.5 points is a lot of points. They're missing a lot of wide receivers. Will Fuller out for them. They have a guy named, I think it's Chad Hansen, who's going to be playing wide receiver. They're not really looking that well wide receiver here on the Texans here, but they got Deshaun Watson, who's a solid quarterback. So they lost to the Bears last week, but I think they're going to actually make it close against the Colts. I'm going to take the 7.5 points because that's a lot of points there against a divisional matchup. What do you think?
So originally I was going to go with this game, and I was going to say I was going to take the under in this game because you look at it, they've already played before. They're going to play again. And I was thinking the under. And then I was like, you know what? The Texans, they're done. Last week I took them. I thought that they were going to ride high. And I know Cooks is out, but that's not going to make that big of a difference. They're done. That's it for them. They're looking into next year. Colts have something going for them. I think this is a big TY game. Once again, it's the Colts. I mean, it's the Titans. I predicted, or not the Titans, sorry. The Texans, I predicted that last week. Ty is going to have 2 touchdowns again this week. So riding high with here with the Colts and going with the Rivers. I think their offense has been good.
I think Bob agrees with you on this one. Just has the
Yeah, I
technical
agree.
for the year. I definitely agree with that. All right, the next game is the New England Patriots at the Miami Dolphins. Now, I think this is a lot of people's underdog pick. This is what people like. The thing is, I really like the Dolphins defense. Here they are playing in Miami. They played the Chiefs pretty tough last week, and I think they definitely need to win to keep up with their wild card chances and even perhaps move ahead of the Bills at some point. They have 3 games left in the season. So I'm going to take the Dolphins -1. I can see them beating the Patriots. And as Bob would say, it's really good coaching on the Dolphins, but it's the best coaching of all time on the Patriots. So it's going to be a very good coaching matchup there. What do you think?
I can't pick the Dolphins games to save I can't pick the Dolphins games. I don't know if we go back and look at the show. I think I might have won 1 Dolphins game this whole entire year. And I'm going with the Patriots. Going with Belichick. And to get this 3 points here, it's +1. I say, you know what? Why not? I mean, I'm going to go with it unless they tie. Let's go with it. So I'm going to take the Patriots here. I think that they are going to be able to move the football a little bit. They looked horrible last week, and I don't think that's going to happen again. I think they're going to tune the ship. I think Belichick's going to stop him. I'm not a fan of Tua. I don't think he's anything special. Gesicki, I don't know if he plays or not. I think the Miami's offense is banged up. I think that New England wins this game. Actually, I think they win pretty easily by like 4 or 5.
Let's see. There we go. Miami's well coached, but not as well coached as New England. So I think Bob's
a little change up there.
There. A weird season for the Pats. Can't tell if they are trying to win or lose. That's true. I mean, there are some games where they look like they are about to come in the East, and then they just,
I think they want to get to 500 though. I mean, Belichick doesn't want to go under 5.
We'll take the under.
That's probably a good choice too.
Doesn't have to be special with that Finsley. All right, next game is the Detroit Lions at the Tennessee Titans. Tractorcito is probably going to have a big game, and he's probably going to win. But I think 11.5 points is a lot. And I think that the Lions are a decent offensive team. I don't know if they have it they're a decent offensive team. I don't know if they have it on defense, but I mean, 11.5 points is a lot. And I mean, I don't know if they can stop that great running back that the Titans have, but I'm going to take the Lions plus 11.5. I don't think they're going to win outright, but I think they're going to at least cover the spread. What do you think?
So I'm torn with this because the line started at 8, and that was with Stafford playing. He's not playing, and it's only moved 3.5. So I'm like, I don't know. I'm torn with this. So it's like, I'm not touching this. I'm just going to take.
Not that bad of a quarterback.
Who?
Chase Daniel. He's not that bad of a back.
I know that, but Stafford's really good. He's a really good quarterback. And I'm not touching this, so I'm just going to say I'm playing it safe here because this is the game. I'm going to take the Tennessee Titans and just take my point here because they're going to win the game. Derrick Henry might run for 275 yards and 3 touchdowns because that's what he does. It's December, and that's what he does. But yeah, I don't know. It's 11.5. That's a lot. And I just don't know. I don't really have a tell for this at all, so I'm safe here and get the point.
How many yards do you think Tractorcito will have? Do you think he'll hit a 2,000 for the season?
Who?
Derrick Henry.
How many does he have now?
Yeah, it's like I think maybe 1,600.
I mean, I think he's gonna push for 150 this game, and then I guess we have to see who he plays the next 2 weeks. Let's see who he's got. I mean, I don't even know. The Titans are
15-32 right now.
Titans play the Packers, which is a great one there. Just seems to work out for him.
Yeah, he gets a lot of yards.
And then they play the Texans. He can do it. I mean, the problem is they're getting him. He just keeps getting the ball. I mean, what was that? The whole thing with them, just with the carries and the running backs getting carries and getting worn down. I mean, it seems like he gets like 500 touches a year, and it's like, how is he going to keep maintaining this?
How does he not?
I got 10 touches and I got hurt all the time.
Fastest Lions have some life under this interim coach Darrell Bevell. He said, "I just grabbed that Donkey Kong is the best game ever made." Over for this game, Lions can score. Stafford is top 10, top 8. Don't at me. Beat Chase Daniel. Stafford is out. Never mind.
I mean,
not too bad you're passing them, cause.
I did because it's not a PPR league, and you know what? I'll do it again next year too, and but I'll be fine. But yeah, the tough part is though is that hasn't practiced, but he might come in Sunday and play. So like you never know with Stafford because he's probably one of the toughest football players in the NFL. There's no question about it.
He goes, "Who would you rather have at quarterback, Stafford or Wentz?" That's a good question. Who would you rather have? I know you don't like Wentz, so you're going to say Stafford.
Who's my coordinator? Who's calling the plays? That's what it comes down to.
All right. How about Doug Peterson?
I would want Stafford.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
I don't like the way Doug calls plays with Wentz at quarterback. I'll take Wentz in 90% of the other systems, but I don't like the way Doug calls about offense.
How about Sean McVay?
Fact. I would take Wentz.
How about Frank Reich?
Oh, Wentz. You got to go with that.
All right. Interesting.
Yeah.
So San Francisco 49ers at the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, the Cowboys have a really bad rush defense. So I picked Jeff Wilson up in fantasy this week. And I'm hoping that really works out for me. So I'm taking the 49ers -3. I mean, the quarterback situation is not very impressive. Kittle's out again, but he's practicing. Hopefully they'll come back for next week for me in the championship if I get that far, hopefully. I'm taking the 49ers -3. What do you think?
I have no clue with this game. This is a game I wouldn't touch. I went back and forth on this game, and originally I was like, the Cowboys are going to roll them. Then I was like, oh, the Niners are going to win. The Cowboys are going to roll them. Niners are going to win. And I go back and forth, and when I go back and forth like that, I'm not touching it. I believe Mostert is playing now. From the last thing that I read, he's playing. I don't know what that timeshare is going to be like. We don't know the Zeke thing. It's just the bottom line is both of these teams are really beat up. The O-line for the Cowboys is just they're on their fourth string line. I don't even know what they're on with that. They're like the Eagles. But so I was back and forth, and I was originally going to take Dallas here with the upset, but I'm just going to play this safe. I'm going to go Dallas in the first half. Something different here, but I like the Cowboys are going to start this off. And I think the Niners are going to kind of get a slow pace here and, kind of tick it up there. And they may win this game. I'm torn between this. So I'm going Cowboys in the first half +1.5.
Let's see what we got here.
Good game.
Niners win by 6. Yeah, I can hope that happens. That would be beneficial to me.
That would be good for you.
It would be. And my pick will be truly lit. All right, the next game is Chicago Bears at the Minnesota Vikings. Now, I got the Bears last week as a pretty big underdog to win. And I'm going to, again, take the Bears on the money line at +130. They're low underdogs against the Vikings. They are going into Minnesota. I remember a couple of years ago when the Bears just came into Minnesota and beat them, and the Eagles got in the playoffs because of that. It has nothing to do with this game, obviously, but I think the Bears are going to win this one. What do you think?
I think the Vikings are going to win this. I think the Bears played well last week. They played the Texans. I think the Vikings got this game here. I think they're just better coached. I think they're a better coach team. I think they're going to win this. Mitch is still playing quarterback. I just don't have confidence in the Bears at all. Montgomery's been playing well. I know that, but I'm going with Minnesota here.
A reference to 4-year-old virgins. It's true. If you don't lose it, you'll lose it. We got the Vikings are a lock here. Put your
movie line.
Spiny fears picking that Niners game, and no, I agree with that. Bears are dreadful. Bears are okay. That was an accident, but Bears are a fraud, or as I would say, a fraud. Oh, jeez.
Because it's not safe if you drink your own. I don't know. Drink somebody else's, though, I guess it's different, right? You got to heat it. I don't know anything about that stuff. Survival was not a good thing for me.
I think you have to boil it first before you can drink
it.
New York Jets at the Los Angeles Rams. This game has a very, very huge spread. I mean, the Jets are like playing close in recent weeks. Like they played close with the Raiders. They're not a good team. They stink. They want to get that first overall pick. They're awful. I don't see why you would try to ruin that right now. But they're not going to win this game. But I think they're going to cover 17.5 points. It's a lot of points. I can see them losing by 10. And I think that the Rams are going to beat them, but they're going to still cover the spread. What do you think?
So originally I was actually going to go with the under here, and I was like, where are the Jets? Where are the points going to come from? That means that the Rams would have to put this, like 50 up. I don't even give unders. I think it was like 40 something, but I have no clue. I think that the Rams, I don't think they're going to play down to them. This is 17.5. I think they're going to win by 20 easily. I'm taking the Rams here and getting the points. I know it's a lot of points there, but the Jets might be one of the worst teams in the history of football, and I'm taking the Rams.
Hold on. You are my buddy until the end. More than a buddy, you're my best friend. I love you more than you will ever know. I will never let you go. Shh. Shh.
I thought you were serenading me.
No. I'm trying to get him. He's crying in his bed, so I got him to stop crying. All right, go back here. Let's see. Tim says it's sterile. Take the Jets on the money line here if you're feeling charitable. DK. What is that supposed to mean? No brainer. Pat says dumplings are overrated. Fight me.
You can't trust that man with food.
Who, Pat?
Yes.
But don't you like dim sum as your favorite?
I love dumplings. Dim sum's good too. That's snake.
Serious question. Are you the Jets? They're the worst team I've ever seen. The worst
they might be, yeah.
Poor kid is going to have nightmares. Simon Cowell would have thrown up. That song works.
I actually thought it was pretty good.
Freaking kid's sleeping right now. He stopped crying. I mean, I'm the fucking greatest.
I thought it was pretty good.
He stopped.
Proud dad moment of the year for you.
And you guys all have it live on this freaking show. You can learn from me.
I'm going to go back. I'll tell you what, when I go to bed, I'm going to go back to that exact 10-second, and I'm just going to play it over and over again. I'm going to fall asleep too.
All right, next game is the Philadelphia Eagles at the Arizona Cardinals. So for this game, I mean, I really want to I want to see the Eagles stay in it. I mean, I'm an Eagles fan, like we all are. And I mean, I really want to see the Eagles stay in this. But if the game's in the desert, if the game was in Philadelphia, I can see if the Eagles perhaps winning or covering. But the fact that it's in the desert, I'm taking the Cardinals -6. I think that they're going to really take it to the Eagles and put an end to their season, put an end to the misery. And what do you think?
I've been on the Cardinals for 7 weeks now, and then I've kind of laid low a little bit. Kyler Murray, he ran the ball last week. That was the one thing I said. I was going against it because I said he didn't seem healthy. He wasn't running the ball, and he had 14 carries or something like that. He ran the ball, and their offense works. It's amazing what happens when he moves, because when he runs, they're good. The Eagles secondary is abysmal right now, and I don't even think Slay's going to play. I don't know who's going to cover Hopkins, but to me, it doesn't matter. I'm taking the under here. I don't want the Birds to win. I want them to keep losing. There's no point for them to win. They have 0% chance of doing anything. So I don't want them to win, but I'm going to take the under here because I think they're going to be running the football finally. With Hurts and everybody kind of running it, slowing the clock down here. Give me the under for 49.
All right. Let's see what these guys have to say. Duct taping his mouth shut may be required too. Doesn't make it.
Is that a movie reference?
That's so freaking meme, Bob. Jesus.
Is that a movie line?
Oh, there we go. We got Pat Hurt. Birds win. Hurt so good. This game will hurt so good. Cards Day sees running quarterbacks in practice all the time. Bad news for Hurts. Can you at least
They did get a game on him. They because New Orleans, they didn't have any idea what was going to go on. Now they kind of know. So let's see how innovative Dougie is.
Can you do me a favor? Can you please go back to saying the quarterback's name the way you said it before?
Murray?
No. Stop that. Murray.
Kyler Murray.
No, Murray.
I just say it really fast. I don't know.
No, say Murray.
Murray.
There you go. Thank you. Please stick with that. All right. And the next game is the Kansas City Chiefs at the New Orleans Saints. Look, guys, I've been saying this for weeks now. I think it's finally going to come true. Drew Brees is back. He's back behind center. Alvin Kamara owners and fantasy are going to have a great week this week. But finally, the Chiefs are going to lose. I'm taking the Saints on the money line at plus 135 as a low underdog at home. I can see them finally getting that win. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know about that. I've been back and forth on that, and I was like, you know what, this could be the game where the Chiefs do get knocked off. But I don't know. I mean, the thing is this: they're not like destroying teams. It does worry me a little bit that they're not just coming out there and destroying games. New Orleans lost to the Eagles last week, so it's kind of like, this could be the bounce back for him. But sticking with Andy, sticking with Mahomes, he threw what, 3 interceptions last week? I don't think he does that again.
All right. Take the Chiefs -3, Mike says.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let's see. Mark, cause no selling again. What was that?
I don't know. What did I know so?
Mark, nice joke, dude. Stick to losing in fantasy. Shit.
To pause it, you can take it off.
No, I want to try. I hold on.
You can sing.
I don't know why this thing isn't working.
Go see him.
Connection failed. Try again. Cause no selling again. Are you there, Mike?
You can wrap it up.
Bella has a big game finally. Sing the song again. The boys sing the song, boys. What is this shit?
That's from a movie.
All right, hold on. Gotta get this kid to go back to sleep. You are my body until the end. More than a body, you're my best friend. I love you more than you will ever know. And I'll never let you go. Please go to bed, my best friend. I love you so much, my special boy, because my sexy wife picked up the baby, and she's rocking him right now.
And he
All right.
and he must not be watching the show because he would have fell asleep 36 minutes ago.
All right, last game is the Cleveland Browns and New York Giants. And
One more.
What's that?
Second to last.
Oh, yeah, second last. Sorry, guys.
Mhm.
It's the Cleveland Browns at the New York Giants. And you know what, folks? It's freaking 44 points is the spread in here for the over-under. That's bullshit. I think that the Browns are they're gonna put up a lot of points this week. And I didn't think Colt McCoy, I think he's gonna shock you guys. I think he's gonna have a nice game here. I'm taking the over 44. It's not a lot of points, guys. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, I didn't even think about the over-under in this game, but is Colt officially starting? I didn't know that Daniel was out.
I think he is. I don't really
Is he?
think they Daniel Jones, and they play better.
Listen, last week it would have helped me because if Colt played, I think the Giants would have done a lot better than what they did. But here I'm going with I'm rolling with Cleveland. I'm taking Cleveland here with the points. The Giants, just like I said, they did a dud last week, and just didn't look right. Something just, I mean, I think it's kindly they've hit their stride, and that's kind of it. I love Colt. Obviously he would I ride with the Giants. They've done well for me, but in this case here, I think the Browns fuming after that Monday night game. I think they come out strong here. I think they win this game by 10.
I can see that happening too. Let's see what these jerks have to say in the freaking comment section. We have, I can't believe Shrek didn't let you sing the anthem. Well, fuck him. Maybe
Language.
You're responding to language. Maybe he's crying because he wants you to stop singing. I don't think that's the case. Joe Otis almost is a good singer. So he changed my mind. Oh, look at this guy. Who are you, Steven Crowder? Hey, freaking Hammer, I'm coming after you this week, so you better tune into the Spartan SmackDown Countdown because your ass is about to get handed to you, boy. Billy says he wants Kaz to sing it.
I can do that.
He's as hung as William Hung. Well, I heard fucking William Hung was as hung as a horse, Tim.
Language.
Sorry, Mike. Sorry.
Language, please.
Jones was hurt last week, dumb to playing. And Bill says entire NFC East gets the L this week. That could be a possibility, but somebody has to get him win. Who's liking this?
I think Dallas wins.
We got to make this show more lit. So the last game is the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Bengals. It's a good team against a crappy team. Take the over 40. Pretty easy here, guys. Come on, folks. Over is 40. You think the Bengals are going to only score 3 points? I don't think so. I think Vegas wants you to think that, but it's not going to happen. What do you think, Mike?
I don't know, man. 40. That means that Cincinnati's going to score 10 and Pittsburgh's going to score 30. Big Ben hasn't looked great. I don't know. I don't know if that's a gimme here. I'm definitely taking Pittsburgh though with the points. I'll tell you that. I can see that happening, but I don't really think that. I don't know. Listen, Pittsburgh. I said it last week. I said that Pittsburgh was going to go down. They were banged up. It showed against Buffalo. But I think this is the easy route here. They're coming into Cincy. They're a bad team. I think they're going to have a new head coach next year. So I'm taking the Steelers here, laying the points.
All right. Look at this. We got my brother likes this. Hammer likes this. And the only one who gave me a love was Bob. My own freaking brother doesn't love it. Jesus. Maybe Bill can change that and give me a love. Mike.
Love what? I don't know what you're talking about.
You know, when you love the video.
No.
Joe Curse, too many heart. No. Bring it on, missus. What's that supposed to mean? I don't even get what he's talking about, Mike. Do you know?
Yeah, you said you called him out for the SmackDown.
Why are you calling him missus? Well, look at this. I got 3 hearts. Oh, my brother. What the hell is this? Screw you, Tim, for freaking making an angry face on this thing. What the hell's wrong with you?
I have no idea what you're seeing.
If you look at the reactions that people have to the posts, there's Bill and Hammer like it. Bob loves it, and freaking Tim.
I can't see that stuff.
Well, Mike, you probably can at some point. But
yeah, I don't know. I can't see it now.
Do you know what time it is?
Yes, it is, and my computer is actually working now, so I'm very happy to finally see this.
What time is it for?
Hot dog of the week.
Finally got to see that. I didn't get to see it last week.
All right.
Shut my whole computer down.
Well, Mike, I think I kind of made a little spoiler earlier. I gave a reaction as to who I think is my hot dog of the week. Taking the New Orleans Saints, folks. 3 points against the Chiefs. I think they're going to win at home. Pick them because the Chiefs have to lose at some point, and this is the week where they lose. What do you think? So
I'm taking here. I'm taking the Cowboys. I think this is going to be my the one where I said I was going back and forth on, and I don't know. This is the one I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with Dallas because I think that they are going to win this game. I've been back and forth. Like I said, I wouldn't really touch this game. But for this one, I'm going to pick the Cowboys. By the way, no catch up. Unacceptable.
Catch up for what?
Unacceptable on hot dog.
Let's see what these jerks are saying. Closing out seasons. That's right, Bill. We're going to do some rest in pieces for Raul and Hammer. Tim says, fight me, bro. Hope we ended the show. Still vote for it to be the Gat Dog of the week. Or in Steve's case, 5 boiled hot dogs before bed, didn't brush his teeth. What is that supposed to mean?
I don't know, but he popped on here, told me that he ate my cookies, and then just left. That's wrong.
All right, guys. We're going to close this up soon. It's time for the mega parlay. I'm taking the Bills -5, Miami -1, 49ers -3, and Texas +7.5. It's a +1176, so that'll get you 10 times your bet. Do it. It's going to win this week. What do you think, Mike?
Okay, good. 'Cause I have no idea what I picked. I got the Bucks -6. Give me the Steelers laying 13. Give me the Rams laying 17.5. I don't know why I'm doing all these big ones here, but apparently I think they're good. And then give me the under in the Seahawks Washington game. Like I said before, book it. Seattle first half, take them -3.5. It's a lock.
Jeez, Mike, it's a lot of that's a lot of heavy spreads there you got.
It really is. We're looking at a lot of points. We're looking at whatever. They'll be able to score 36 points, my teams.
All right, let's see what these freaking guys have to say. Otis, is that Azima? Oh, it was, you know what, Hammer? You can freaking eat my ass. Screw you. I'm sorry about the language. But
Language.
We're in more like mega dog shit cause. Yeah, whatever. Cause
They were my good old cat burglar days, man.
They are.
And listen. There's one thing I will say: the weave belt never ever lets you down. You can gain so much weight, and it's always there for you. It'll always work. Okay.
I agree. I had a weave belt at one point back in the day.
Never shows shame.
We're at 2-60 probably at least. I would think.
Yeah, it's tough. I just missed last week by the end of the with 30 seconds left in that game. I missed two parlays, mega parlays actually, with the last seconds of the game. So I've actually been very close with a lot of mine.
All right, so let's go to our karaoke punishment song. And I was playing a song from Mike earlier. He's familiar with the song. Tell It to My Heart by Taylor Dane. I was looking for something like 80s. I was thinking of Kim Carnes. Keep Me Hanging On, but I decided to go with Tell It to My Heart. What do you think? You like that song, Mike? You ready to sing it?
I do. I am a fan. I mean, it's going to come back. It's going to bring back memories. I think when I start singing, might break a tear a little bit, But yeah, I'm good.
Tim says the thing with the weave belt is all the chicks weave away from me.
That's why I was the perfect wingman. They go away from me and they flock to the next person.
You're gonna sit with "Creep" by Radiohead. I didn't even know this freaking song. I'm gonna have to look it up. And finally, I'm gonna I say it every fucking week, but this
language.
I'm gonna have us do this. I'm gonna have this pull up at some point this week. I have no idea.
Get a swear jar for it.
They're gonna have a swear jar. Let's see we're closing the show up, guys. Let's see. Someone claims George with all white JC Penney like changes his mind. What, Mark? Are you a Steven Crowder fan? Like, what do you keep making?
They are not. They are not JC Penney Nikes, and they are awesome. They've lasted me a long time, and they were like big $6, I think.
Nikes that he cut his grandson. All right. Anybody else have anything to add here, folks? We're closing this shit down. Language. Okay. Hello. Mom, Dad, Uncle Frank, wife.
I haven't watched that yet.
Home Alone.
I haven't watched. Yeah, I got to watch a Christmas movie soon. Maybe tomorrow night.
Shh. All right, Mike. We're closing this down. I want you to tell everybody to do what?
Make sure you stay lit. Watch those games. You got a Saturday, Sunday, Monday lineup. Let's go.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. From our usual fans, we love you. Can we have a PG version? No.
I agree. Should be rated G, except for my haircut.
All right. Until next time.